Good morning, welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. My name's Mel, I'm going to be taking you through this hour. We've got our fabulous Jane who's going to be demonstrating for you. Very excited this morning, giddy as a kipper. A little bit. We've got our lovely Laura on cameras and we've got our Emily in the producer's seat. It's been a while, Em, hasn't it? You haven't, no. Been a while. Right. First things first, I'm not even going to do how to shop. I'm going to show you this. We haven't got a lot. That looks like glass, doesn't it? Look at that. How beautiful is that? Look at that. Looks like a cut crystal whiskey glass. Look how beautiful that is. And just getting right into this detail. Look at the detail on that mould. How it's created all those little diamonds that just protrude out from the sides. Isn't that absolutely stunning? And you also get the lid that goes on top. That's not glass, that's Cadence resin. How incredible is that? And you can make that in the comfort of your own home as many times as you want with that mould and that one that creates the lid. Shop Crystal, $24.99. Now we've got less than 2 handfuls of these. So if you're serious and you want it, we will come back to this a little bit later on in the show if it's still there. But I wanted to bring it to your attention because the last time we brought something like this, it sold out before we even went to air. It's already busy. Please do not miss out on that. That is gorgeous. And I guess, Jane, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm all right about being wrong, you could do it shallower.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the lid doesn't fit into a certain area, it sits on top.
It sits in that recess.
So you can make a small, a shallow one.
Yeah.
You could have a whole set.
Yeah, you could stack them.
Yeah.
People have actually, I think Emily and Laura both said they thought it was glass.
Yeah, absolutely.
When they looked at it this morning.
Because that resin is crystal clear, and talking about the resin, we haven't got a lot of that left either. And it will not be back this side of Christmas. And I'm not saying that to press you into buying it. I'm just giving you the information so that you're well informed, because that is beautiful.
I love it. Absolutely. I knew it would come out nice, but even I was, when I demolded it this morning at home, before I went to the gym, because it was like, I need to see what it's like. And I was like,
looks like something my grandma used to have on a dressing table. It's beautiful.
With the cotton wool balls inside it. Or,
absolutely beautiful. Right, so if you want that, Shop Crystal, $24.99. You will get your discount, you'll get your points back, etc., etc. Now, another one I want to show you is this, because this is stunning. Look at this with the black. That's a very deep black.
That is black. Black. That is the new pigment paste that we've got on the show.
Look at this. It looks like ebony. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that high shine on there. It's reflective. Look at that. And then the detail that goes around the outside edge of that is absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. We've got 2 of these left.
Yeah.
So if you want them, please put it in your basket. Please check that basket out. Shop detail, $12.99. I really wish we had more of these, because these for Christmas presents would be lovely.
Yeah, and you can make those, you can make multiple and stack those as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then your lid has that little recess inside, so it just slots in and stays where it is. It's gone. Is that right, Emily?
Yeah.
It's sold out on the screen.
It's sold out on the screen, but it's saying I've got one left. Oh no, it's fully allocated.
Fully allocated. You need to check out those baskets, please, guys. Right, Jane, let's talk about the Cadence resin first of all.
Okay.
Let's do this bit because it's flying out.
Yeah.
I think most of you know how to shop. If you don't, put a message in the comments underneath and we'll talk you through that. But I think this is more important. Okay. So, epoxy resin from Cadence.
Right, so this epoxy resin from Cadence is slightly different to the large kit of epoxy resin, because this, depending on what mould you use, will always have a little bit of flexibility in it, but it comes out crystal clear, like it just looks like glass. It is like glass, and it's one of the easiest to work with as well, because you get minimal micro bubbles when you're mixing it together. It's a 2-part mix, part A and part B, so it's an equal mix. So if you're using 100 ml of part A, you use 100 ml of part B. You mix it together with a folding motion. until it's gone clear in the container that you're mixing it in. Leave it to one side just so that any micro bubbles will disperse, but you, like I say, you'll get a minimal of those, and then you're good to pour it in clear, colour it with resin, with inks, pigment paste, mica powders, glitter. You can put whatever you want in it, and it will just, it's stunning.
That is absolutely beautiful.
I
Tell
think
you
there
what,
might
if
be
you went into a little boutique down a little side street, somewhere like Brighton, you would pay an absolute fortune for that, and you can have it as a mould.
Yeah.
It'd be nice in resin cast too, right?
It would, absolutely, definitely. You
It'd be
can,
really
yeah,
lovely, because
yeah,
you'd have like that marbled effect then.
definitely.
Right, so Cadence resin.
Yeah, shop clear, $29.99. We don't have a lot left.
No, we don't.
Because it's an 8-week lead time, we're not actually going to get any more this side of Christmas, so it will be...
It's going to be end of
some point
January,
in
beginning
January,
of February,
yeah.
I would have thought.
So if you're wanting to stock up, grab it while we've got some left.
Absolutely. Shop clear, $29.99 is 250ml. If you've never tried resin before, start with that.
Yeah.
Not because it's a beginner's one, it's not a starter kit, but that is incredible. And you can do resin pours with it,
Yes.
which look amazing. That was one of the things we did when I first went to Cadence.
Back in the joint.
In the joint.
Sorry.
When I went to Cadence, and we did a resin pour, we did an acrylic pour, and then on the day before the last day we did a resin pour where we took little cups, mixed the resin, added colour in, and then we poured it across the square canvas and blew it with a heat gun. Oh, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And it looks like glass.
Yeah.
On the top. It's a superb product, which is exactly what you would expect from Cadence. So shop clear, $29.99 will get you that. That is fully allocated. You need to check out your baskets, please.
Okay.
Gone.
Done.
Right.
Okay. Inks.
Okay.
We've got some pigment ink, which is different to alcohol ink in that it gives you a slightly more deeper shade of colour. The alcohol ink, if you put that into a container first before you pour your resin in, that will actually evaporate because of the alcohol in it, whereas this one won't. You can mix them together. You can mix a white base and put drops of other colours in them to give a different marbling effect, to give a different shade that you want to do. It's so versatile, and it gives the absolute shiniest colours ever.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I love these inks.
It's a really intense pigment.
Yeah.
And they're really, really good value. You're getting 15 of them for $19.99 before your discount, and you'll still get your points off. That is tremendous. How many drops, Jane? So if I wanted to make something like, well, like that.
Like that. Well, that took 240ml of resin to make the jar and the lid. So they do say no more than 10% of ink into the mix that you've made. So you'd need no more than 20ml. Which,
brilliant,
and I mean, considering that a drop is a tiny amount, you're not even going to need that much.
No.
You can put 3 or 4 drops in, and it's going to give you a nice shade of colour. You can put a few more drops in, it's going to give you a brighter burst of colour. It depends on the depth that you want.
Depends on your style, right?
Yeah.
Shop Vivid, $19.99. Now we also have another set for you at the front here, where you've got your pinks, your purples, your oranges, your peaches, your coffee colours. You've got a yellow in there, greens, your blues, and your purples. That one is Shop Earth. That works out. Just divide $19.99 by 15 for me, Emily, will you please? We've only got 20% of that resin.
20%, okay.
Don't miss out on it. We've got literally a handful left.
£1.30.
£1.30 pigment.
Yeah, you can't buy that for £1.30 anywhere else. I've not seen it at less than $2.99 for a bottle in a shop.
There you go. Shop Earth, $19.99 will get you those. Right, Jane, I'm going to jump to here.
Yes.
Because
new.
This is brand new today. 60% of the Cadence resin is now allocated and in people's baskets. Please, 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 if you're putting stuff in your basket, check it out. I know I hate being that presenter that nags you to check out your baskets, but I also hate being that crafter that when you go to your basket and somebody's taking it out.
Yeah.
Which is worse. Right, let's talk about these, because this is
brand new.
Brand new.
Brand new. So excited that we've managed to get this in, and at this price. Pigment paste. So this is, you can buy a bundle of the black and the white, and it's 80 grams in each, so you're getting a total of 160 grams. 19.99 for the two, should be 25.98, I think.
Yep.
You don't use a lot. It's an absolute opaque shade of colour that you get. So this was made last night with the white and the black, and the depth of colour is just absolutely fantastic. I love this. I love how that's come out.
I need to tell you 90% of the Cadence resin is now allocated. Now this was made
just
with
the
that.
black. That is
Just the black?
Just the black.
In
maybe
epoxy resin?
In epoxy resin, 3 or 4 drops.
Really?
Yeah, it goes, it looked like ink. When I'd mixed it in, it was like ink, and it was absolutely stunning.
This is as black as you can get.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And it mixes in so well. It just...
4 drops, guys.
Yeah.
4 drops.
And what it does,
wow,
it sinks to the bottom because
yep,
because of the weight of it. It sinks to the bottom, and as you're mixing it in, it just mixes through that resin, and it just gives you that absolutely stunning shine. So even when you've mixed it in, it's shining.
So just epoxy resin,
just epoxy
not
resin,
not UV resin
no,
or resin cast.
No,
just your
just epoxy resin. Yeah,
that is incredible. 4 drops.
Yeah,
and it gives you that black. That is a brilliant product. I can tell that just by looking at the quality of that.
I mean,
and you get the black and the white.
Yeah, for
now you can get them individually. Can you, Emily?
I don't know if they're on individually.
Just
no,
together.
Just
There's
together.
no point.
Yeah.
Right. So you own some of the pigment paste at home.
I own some pigment paste at home. So I've got little pots of pigment paste at home that have got 45, 50 ml in each, and they cost me £46 for 6 colours, and that's 50 ml in each. And yeah, I've got 6 different colours, but looking at, I wish I'd had this, because just that price it's just mind blowing, because you can put alcohol ink into it and colour it yourself. So this was the white pigment paste last night in epoxy resin, coloured with just some red alcohol ink, swirled into it, and it comes out looking like that. This one and this one, I mean, I love how these have come out. I just love the effect. The effect is absolutely fantastic.
It is absolutely phenomenal. Right, I have a question.
Okay.
Can I mix those pigments with these?
Yes.
Right, so little lesson for you on colour. When you have a pure colour and you add white to it, you get a tint.
Yes.
And I remember that because white has an eye in it and tint has an eye in it. I know, my brain's random. If you add black to it, you get a shade, which is like a shadow because it's darker. If you add grey to it, it mutes back, it knocks back that colour, and it makes it vintage in its look and feel. So if you've got your pigments and you add this in, not only can you mix your pigments to make other colours, but you can make all your tints, tones and shades with those as well. Yeah. That is tremendous. If you're serious about your resin, these, for me, and I hate this phrase, but I'm going to use it, are a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
Because at that price, I cannot believe that a resin that comes out as crystal clear as that, with 4 drops of that pigment in that resin, creates that black. You don't get blacker than that. That is absolutely tremendous. Shop Pigment, $19.99 is going to get you both of them. It's brand new. We've already given you a £5 discount. I know. Then you're going to get your discount off and your points back. Okay, get your basket spend to over £35 after those discounts, and we'll even pay postage for you. It's brilliant, isn't it? Now I have to take these away because they both of the moulds have sold out, but that is tremendous. That shows you the intensity of that pigment that is inside that bottle there, because that's fabulous. Yeah. And I love that. And every single one of these that you make, every single one of these in the world will be unique.
Completely.
Look how beautiful that is. But that could be completely black, or completely white, or clear, or your alcohol inks in, or your pigments in. Resin is such a forgiving product. It's amazing. Right, Shop Pigment, $19.99 will get you your black and your white. If you're just joining us, welcome. You need to be a bit quicker because the 2 moulds have already sold out. The resin from Cadence is limited stock. And this is an absolute must-have. Right, Jane, if we're serious about our resin and we want more,
This
This
the
is
kit.
back in stock.
It is back in stock. Not a huge amount, but we have got some back in stock. So this gives you a combined total of 4.5 litres of resin when you mix it together in your equal mix. So part A, part B, it's a 50-50 mix. You're getting 2.75 litres in each bottle. You also get some little pipettes for your detailed work, which are, they make such a difference because you can get right into the little tiny little bits. You get some mixing sticks, you get a silicone mixing stirrer and a scraper, as well as some cups and some gloves. You've got the full kit there for $99.99. That is shop kit. So yeah, this one you just make so many things with it. We've only just run out of the one that I've used to make samples.
Absolutely. So 2.25 litres in each bottle, equal mix, 4.5 litres in total.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. And you get everything that you need to get started. You just add the moulds of your choice.
Yep.
Shop kit, $99.99. You will get your discount off that and your points back, and we will pay postage. Because there's nobody in a tier that is going to get that under £35. Shop kit, that will get you that one. We've been asked by quite a few people when we're getting that back in stock.
Yes.
It's back in stock. We haven't got a lot. We are trying to get some more, but at this time of year, it's not that simple because everybody's brought their orders in. All the orders have gone out the door because we're getting ready for Christmas. So it is literally going to be what's left.
Yeah.
Right, that's epoxy resin. Let's talk UV resin next, Jane.
Okay,
please.
UV resin is one of the easiest to work with. It's one of the quickest to cure. It cures within 2 minutes because you use a torch or a lamp to cure it using UV light. So you don't mix it with anything. You use it as it is in this bottle. The bottle is black so that it doesn't cure in the bottle because it's protecting it so that no light gets in there, because even sunlight on a sunny day would start the curing process for it. You get this little nozzle that you put on the top. Oh, I'm not doing very well this morning, am I?
Do you know what?
No.
I've done that though. Drop stuff all morning. It's fine, Laura.
Yeah,
don't
that's
worry
fine.
about
We'll get it in a
nozzle.
bit.
Don't worry about it.
That's got a cap on it that you can then unscrew, and that's your dispensing part of the bottle. So that makes it a lot easier for you. You can use it. It's predominantly used to make jewellery pieces. So in bezels, you can use it for key rings. You can use it to adhere epoxy resin items to other products.
That's where I'd buy it.
Yeah, we've used it before. Is it in here? No, I don't think it is. I think
not.
we took it next door the other day. Yeah,
It's the jar. It's like a carafe,
yeah,
but
the
it's
big
got the magnolia
it might be next
up it.
door.
I think it's next door, darling.
Yeah, I think we did that on the show, didn't we? On Saturday
Yes.
the other week. I'd made the magnolia flower with the Cadence resin, which gave it a little bit of flexibility still, and I then heated it up with a heat gun and figured out how I wanted to place it. I put drops of UV resin onto the back of that mould, attached it to the jar, and then used the torch, and that cured it within 30 seconds, a minute.
What amazed
and
me
it
is
was stuck.
It cured it through the epoxy resin.
cured
That
it
was
through-
the bit
yeah,
that got me,
yeah.
because the magnolia is about that thick.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. Look at this. How beautiful is this? Isn't that just stunning? Look at that on that glass. Can you imagine if somebody bought you that for Christmas? You'd be thinking they spent best part of £60-70 on you,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? How lovely is that? Just on a table at Christmas with water in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
it's beautiful, isn't
Yeah.
it? Right, so if you want your UV resin, and look on the other side. Oh, you cannot see through that glass where that UV resin is. So you can't see where it's bonded those pieces onto the back. That is brilliant. And you can use your mirror spray on the back of your epoxy resin as well.
Yeah, that's something I still need to
which
try.
is going to look absolutely
Yeah.
stunning. Right, I need to give you some stock updates. 30% of the pigment pastes are allocated and in people's baskets. 30% of the bowl is also allocated. So please, 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 if you want these, be putting them in your baskets. Right, Jane, let's talk about this mould.
Oh, I love
next
this.
then,
Is so
please.
cute. This is a new one. Really, really cute. Tiny little, not tiny, but nice sized little pieces that you can make from it. Cute little Christmas icons. You've got your Christmas tree, a couple of different designs of baubles. You've got a lovely bell, a gingerbread man, your snowman, candle, and your candy cane in there. You've got a lot of detail in there that you could use mica powder to dust onto there, and then that will pick out, once you put in the clear resin, that would pick it out and give you that detail on the front of the cured item. Again, like I say, last night I made these. I used the pigment paste, just the white one, put a few drops of alcohol ink into the pigment paste that was mixed into the resin, and it came out looking like this. Now, because this is a matte finish on the inside of the mould, it gives you a matte finish on the front of the cured item. The back of it is still shiny, as you can see, but because it's the matte finish on there, it doesn't give you the shine.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
But
Now,
yeah.
I'm also thinking for food,
Chocolates.
absolutely, but primarily I was thinking about wax melts.
Yeah, absolutely.
With your wax,
Yeah.
this is a great mould if you've got bits left over at the end, and soap.
Yes.
What about having those in a little muslin bag?
What about having them in a little
In a
jar on your bathroom shelf?
If they got the
If
jar
they got the
mould,
jar
Jane,
mould, they
you're
could
rubbing
have
it in now, love. Yes, please.
Sorry, guys, but for the
Right.
for the people that have managed to get that mould.
Brilliant. And look at that. You can tell the quality of a mould like that. Look how that just drops back in. It's perfect, isn't it? Shop Cute, $9.99 will get you these. Now, these are my favourites.
The baubles.
I love
Yes.
these. These in the Cadence resin.
Yep.
Because you could curl them slightly, put them over a jar and just give them that curve like a bauble.
Yeah.
With mirror spray on the back. Oh my goodness me, that will transform your Christmas tree. Now, you've got your baubles in here, you've got a blank one.
Yeah.
You've also got 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. You've got Joy to the World, Merry and Bright, Home Sweet Home, and Merry Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas, y'all. You've got that one as well in there, and you're going to get your 2 little snowflakes. Now that is a blinking brilliant price. $9.99 for that is extraordinary value.
Because, yeah, you can use it time and
Look at
time and
that.
time again. So I started making some baubles last night for my Christmas tree, and I made one set, and then tonight I'm going to make another set, and then tomorrow night I'll make another set, and I'll just fill my tree with resin baubles.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And that one would look stunning if before you print your rice paper designs, just shrink them down so you get several on one sheet, and then cut it out with a circle die or you scan and cut and put that in there, and then fill it with your resin.
Yeah.
That's going to look amazing. So that's your first one, Shop Joy. Your second one gets you Believe in the Magic of Christmas, Deck the Halls, Meet Me
Under the Mistletoe.
Under the Mistletoe. I was
Yep.
going to say instantly with then. That's a film there. You've got Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and 'Tis the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, and then another blank one. And you're then also going to get your snowflakes
There's
on
so
there
much
as
detail
well.
in these as well.
And this is where you
Yeah.
need your pipettes.
Yes, absolutely. Because to get that into all those little bits that are sticking out, you'd need something small to get in there, because you wouldn't be able to pour it in. It just go everywhere and make a mess.
Okay, Shop Haul, $9.99. And then we've got another one down here. This is super cute because you've got your Santa, your snowman, your Christmas tree with the holly. You've got your stag in there. You've got Merry Christmas on that one. You've got your gingerbread person, because we're not allowed to call them gingerbread men anymore. Yeah. And you've also got your bells in there. Good grief. Shop Bauble, $17.99 for that one. Right, Jane, shall we go demo?
Yes, let's go
I think
demo.
we'll go demo,
Yep.
and then we'll come back and recap the counter in a little while.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, first of all, safety first, I'm going to put on a pair of gloves, just because I don't want to get any on my hands, because it's quite sticky when it's mixing together.
I have to say though, Jane, and I get it, because you don't want it on your skin because it's sticky,
Yeah.
but on the first words on the side of the box for the
yes.
resin, for the Cadence resin, is non-toxic.
And that is important. That is absolutely important, because I've tried lots and lots of different brands and lots of different makes of resin, and some of them do give off an odour, which it can't be helped, I guess, because it's a chemical. But this one, I've never noticed anyone. I've used this, and I mean, I've used this quite a few times to make samples for shows and to make things at home, as you do. So I'm just going to pour equal parts, part A and part B, into there. I'm going to start mixing that with that one. So as I always say, don't stir it like it's a cup of tea, because that will just fill it with air bubbles. Give it a folding motion. As you can see, it goes cloudy straight away because those two chemicals are mixing together, and you get what looks like strands in there. But as you're mixing that together and folding it over like this with this slow motion, that will start to clear as it carries on mixing together. Make sure you're scraping the sides to get any that you've not managed to get in. Scrape the bottom to pull across any that's not been mixed in as well, just to make sure that you get all that unmixed resin in there to cure it so that it mixes in properly, so you're not losing out on what you've poured in.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have one of the Cadence resin left.
Okay.
Now, there won't be any more deliveries this side of Christmas. If we put an order in the middle of December, it's going to take till at least the middle of February, if not a little bit longer, to get it back into stock. So Shop Clear will get you the last one remaining in this building. And there's only one left of the large resin.
Wow.
The one that is comes with a full kit, so
Yeah.
4.5 litres.
Yep.
You also get your scraper, your spatula, your syringes, your lolly sticks, and your measuring cups, and a pair of gloves, plus 4.5 litres across both parts.
Yeah.
So 2.25 of A and 2.25 of B.
Yeah.
There is only one of those now left in stock. Congratulations if you've got those in your
Yes,
basket.
well done.
That sometimes we do introductions at the beginning of the show, sometimes we don't. And I knew when I walked into the show that we needed to go to those moulds and those pigment pastes first, because the pigment pastes are new, the moulds were new, but we didn't have a big stock. This is tremendous. So we're going to use the pigment paste in this.
I am absolutely going to use
Perfect.
the pigment paste. I'm going to use the pigment paste, and I will put some, I'll do some plain white, I'll do some plain black, and then I'll put some colour into some as well. So I'll separate this out once it's mixed through.
And don't forget, if you're serious, get your UV resin as well, because that will enable you to attach your epoxy resin to your different mediums.
Yeah.
40% of the pigment pastes are now allocated and in people's baskets, and half of the bowl mould is now allocated. I need you to be checking out those baskets, guys, please. If you're serious about what you've got in it and you want it, and you don't want anybody else to come down and pinch it off you, then please be checking out those baskets. I know you want to see the pigment paste working, I get it, I get it. But I'm just saying, for caution, I don't want anybody missing out on what you want, because there's nothing. I did it last Christmas. There was a pair of boots I wanted, and they were down from £240, which was ridiculous, to about 60.
Wow.
And I put them in my basket, and then I forgot. And I went back, and they had every size but mine, and I was absolutely gutted. I managed to get them eventually, because somebody must have had a basket that didn't empty. But oh my goodness me, the stress.
That would have been,
The large resin kit is now fully allocated. So if you've got those in your baskets, you know what you need to do.
I know I've mixed that quite quickly, so there are quite a few bubbles in there.
Okay.
What I
How
would
do we get rid of them if we got them?
if you've got these bubbles in here, what you can do, you can leave it to one side and they'll disperse on their own. So you'd maybe leave it anything up to 10 minutes and they would go on their own. You can use isopropyl alcohol. It's got to be at least 97%, because then a spritz of that on top of the resin in the container will then disperse the bubbles for you.
Okay, if you're going to do that, please do it outside.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be breathing in alcohol like that, but do that outside. Heat gun?
You can use a heat gun. That would absolutely do it as well. Just give it a waft over the top of the resin, and then that will disperse the bubbles as well for you.
Perfect.
So this is going to
So this is your resin paste.
This is the pigment paste.
Pigment paste, yeah.
So squeeze a little bit into there.
Okay.
As you can see, that has dropped to the bottom.
Yeah. Just lift it up again, Jane, and let Laura get the shot. Just tip it towards, so you're tipping the cup towards you.
You see that sat on the bottom of the container. Yep.
Yep.
So now I'm just going to give that a mix, and that instantly,
now that's just blown my mind.
Instantly gives you that fantastic depth of colour that is just It's just pure white, absolutely pure white.
I can't believe we're doing both of them for $19.99, but we
No.
are black and white, and the black is as black as you can get. There's not a hint of a grey anywhere near it. It is just
again
black.
1, 2, small amount in there.
Wow.
And again, that's dropped down to the bottom because of the weight of it. It is. But then, just watch this.
Come on, people, you need this in your life.
That was crystal clear, obviously with bubbles, but that was crystal clear, and that has now gone jet black. That's just like ink.
Bauble pendant mould. Is that the new one, the pink one, Emily?
No, it's the one that's all joined together.
Yeah. It's like
I've got 2 of those.
One at the front.
This one? Yes. Lovely. 80% of that is allocated and in people's baskets. 70% of Deck the Halls is also allocated. So that's the one that has Deck the Halls, bear with, Believe in the Magic of Christmas, Deck the Halls, Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and It's a Wonderful Time of the Year, plus 2 snowflakes and a blank bauble. 70% of that. The Pudding and the Bell that we didn't even get to, that's gone.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations, everybody.
Well done, everyone. So I've just added a little bit more clear in there just to give me a little bit more of the white, but it's not diluted that colour down at all. It's just gone into it. It's just...
Bridget has a question.
Okay.
Can the pigment be used with the casting resin?
No.
Okay.
It is for epoxy resin. It is for epoxy resin, as far as I'm aware.
Actually, Bridget, does she mean these pigments?
Unless you mean the inks.
Which
if you mean the inks,
which do you mean? Do you mean the pigment inks or do you mean the pigment paste? Because it's 2 different things. So just let us know, please. Jonathan's just squealed. He's had his air filter delivered. Yay! Davina said she uses a respirator and a window open spray and isopropyl alcohol. Yeah, just outside. Or a heat gun, I would go for. The pigments are stunning and easy to use, said Davina. What's the shelf life once opened on the large resin, please? Marina is asking.
I think it's about 6 months. 3 to 6 months, but once you start making things,
it's not going to last that long.
And
Terry Kim says, I'm glad I managed to get the Cadus resin, the crystal trinket box mould, and the bowl mould. I'm not usually that lucky.
Oh, wow,
brilliant.
Well done.
Well
done. So what I've done in there, I've just scooped a little bit of the black into there and swirled it in. So I've not mixed it in so it's a solid colour. So I'm just going to pour that into here. And if you can see, that's like a marble. So that's in the resin cast.
What's it? Either. I thought you said either. That's why I looked at you like you had 2 heads, because I'm like, who the heck's either? Right. So the pigment ink.
The pigment ink you can put into resin cast. You would need a few more drops than normal because it only gives it a very, very faint tint. So if you wanted any depth of colour, you'd need to put, I'd say, at least 10 to 15 drops in it, just to give it a bit more depth. The pigment paste, I would say no, because I believe this has been made for epoxy resin. I don't think this has been made for resin cast.
It says epoxy resin only. Okay,
so if you can see that one there that I've just poured, that's given it a marble effect because I've just mixed, just swirled a little bit of the black resin into there, and it's just given it that little bit of a marble effect, which I think is just amazing. So what I'm going to do now with this one, I'm going to put a little bit more of the white in, and then I'm going to put some ink in.
Oh yes, please.
To show you how that works.
That's amazing value for money, right?
Yeah, because a little goes a very, very, very long way.
Well, we've seen
as
that.
You can
see. That white. Look how it just completely transformed it. It's the black for me that blows my mind. Yeah, because it is so dark.
Yeah, and it was the smallest amount that went in there. It's gonna, you can make so many different things, and it's going to last for such a long time. But it's just amazing value.
Right? Absolutely. Could I put? I probably already asked you this question, but I've already forgotten. Could I put some of the colour in there now?
In here?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you haven't just got white and black, you've got all the colours under the sun, right? Oh, this is exciting. Right. Okay, you are talking drops, aren't you?
Yeah.
There.
So I've put 4 drops in.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab that, mix it in a little bit, but not all the way. And then I'll pull that to there.
Right, drying time, curing time, please, Jane.
Curing time for this size of mould, I'd say 6 to 8 hours.
Okay.
Because they're small and they're not quite as deep as others, so you don't need to leave it as long. If you've got a deeper mould like the bowls, you would definitely need to leave those 10 to 12 hours before you can demold it. Don't worry if you do demold it and it's a little bit soft, because if the resin is the Cadence resin, it will be soft for at least another 30 days before it is fully cured. The epoxy resin will be a little bit, not as soft as the Cadence, because obviously the Cadence has got it's got a slight difference to it to the normal epoxy resin, but sometimes it means it's easier to get them out of the mould, because some of the moulds can be a bit difficult to take out of.
Okay, perfect. Right, so our Cadence Shop Clear, we've still got one left, Emily. Oh, all gone. Right, so Cadence sold out. The big ones, one left to check out. And the UV resin, we've got plenty of UV resin. Right, well, we can demonstrate with that next then, because that's an instant gratification, isn't it? That?
Yes.
But yeah, these are absolute. Look at the black. I mean, I can't even think of something that's that black, apart from the door at 10 Downing Street, which is the only thing I like. I love the building. It's just everything that goes on inside it. It's ridiculous, especially today. Have you noticed they're putting a sugar tax on lattes?
On lattes?
Right.
There's no sugar in a latte.
That's what they're doing. Sugar tax.
Oh, goodness me.
On flavoured milk.
Well, flavoured milk, I get that, but not a latte.
Yep.
No,
Well,
not unless you put it in.
That's what it said on the news last night.
Oh my goodness.
I don't. It's all the syrups. That'll be what it is.
But
If
then
you have
that's
syrups in your coffee.
Yeah, but that's a
Syrup, yeah,
Yeah, but sugar tax, what's that about? Do we not pay enough tax for everything else? I had a proper rant at the council the other week because our road is shocking for potholes. And I had a proper rant. I'm like, I'm paying all this council tax and you can't even make I had a proper, drives me crazy. But that black is absolutely
Jet
stunning.
black.
If you've ever had black patent leather shoes as a kid,
Oh yes.
it's that black.
I mean, it's blacker than this
it's
cover.
Oh, you can't put anything next to it and it be as black.
No. Maybe the top of that
just
bottle.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Not even that.
Not even, no, that's not even like it.
It's the density of that pigment for me. So, shot your pigment paste. Epoxy resin, $19.99. Okay, so that it goes in your epoxy resin. Right. 50%, half the stock is now allocated.
Wow.
Right, come with me while I come back down this counter. Jane, you get ready for UV.
Yep.
If that's all right.
Yeah,
I can't
absolutely.
do that because that has gone. I can't do that because that's gone, but I can do this. And you do get the little cap that goes with it. Now, don't decant it into a different bottle, please. Don't think, oh, I've got an easy squeeze bottle, I'm going to decant it into that. Don't do that, because as soon as it's exposed to light, it will start to cure. Now, you also get your torch in there as well. If you want to try resin, and you don't want to go down the road of buying all of it, you just want to give it a go, UV resin is a brilliant way to go. We do bezels and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Check that out on the website that you can add in. There's also a tape that you can put on the back of the bezels and then pour your resin in, and then the tape creates the back of that piece of jewellery for you. This is a really good quality product. And if you've bought your epoxy resin, whether it's this one or the Cadence one, and you want to attach it to something like that, you can use the UV resin for that, which I think is brilliant, because not only did it go through the resin, you actually can't see it on the other side, which is what you want. And don't forget as well, you can also use your mirror spray from Cadence on the back of these two particular resins as well. I think that is beautiful. So if you want that, shop bundle £19.99 to get started. That's a cracking deal, right? Under £20 and you'll still got all your discounts off. Now let's talk about pigment inks, shall we? Because this is what Jane's just used. This is what she would recommend you use for your resin cast. So in Shop Vivid, you're going to get your red. You're also going to get your orange. You're going to get your brown in there. You've got a pink. You've got a magenta. You've got black in there. You've also got a blue. And you've got a cyan. Then you've also got these down here. So you've got your navy blue. You're also going to get your teal. You get your green. You then get, I think it looks like a purple. Yep, there we go. You're also going to get a yellow, a white, and a fuchsia. So you get 15 of them, the 10ml bottles, for £19.99. What a great way to get started. So for under £40, you could get that and your UV resin, and you've got all of those different colours. How brilliant is that, right? Now, that's Shop Vivid. Your next one in here, if we get really close up, I might be able to read them on the screen because I can't reach the bottles. There we go. We've got Brick, Ruby, Cherry, Lavender, Sunset, Peach, Caramel, Coffee, Lemon. And then you've also got Violet, Lake, Sky, Sapphire, Lime, and Kiwi. Shop Earth, £19.99 will get you those. Now then, a brand new mould today. This is lovely. I like the idea of, yes, doing the mint chocolate. Of course I do, because I'm obsessed. Fondant icing, if you wanted to decorate your Christmas tree like this. If you're going to use it for food, please get a separate one for your resin. But this is a lovely little mould. I'm thinking wax melts. These are going to be brilliant as your wax melts, aren't they? I love this. Also soap. You could use that if you were. You could put a tiny wick inside it if you wanted to and have it as a candle. But I think wax melts is probably the way that I would go with this. Or of course your resin, obviously. Shop Cute, £9.99. Now we also have these. These are fabulous. I love these. I'm tempted to make these into chocolate coins for Christmas because I think they're brilliant. You've got Merry and Bright. In fact, if I turn it over, you'll be able to see them. 'Tis the Season to be Jolly, Joy to the World, Home Sweet Home, and Merry Christmas, y'all. Love that. You've also got a blank one, and you've got your two snowflakes in there as well. So you could, I guess, do your snowflakes in a different colour, then set them inside here.
Absolutely.
And pour epoxy resin around it so you'd have your snowflakes inside your baubles. Shop Joy, £9.99. Now, if you want this one, this is the most popular one at the moment. Believe in the Magic of Christmas. Deck the halls. Meet me under the mistletoe. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And it's the most wonderful time of the year. Plus your blank one, plus your snowflakes. Shop Haul, £9.99. And then this one, which was super popular, Shop Bauble, we've got two left. You've got your Merry Christmas in there, you've got your stag with the present, you've got your Father Christmas, you've got your snowman, your Christmas tree, your bells, and your gingerbread person. Shop Bauble, £17.99. Now, a couple that we didn't go to are these. So these give you 4 of the blank moulds. We've got 2 of these left. You're shopping ahead, guys. Well done. Shop and then the word 4 will get you those 4. So if you want to do more than one at once, that's a great shout. We've also got this, which I rather love. Now you can pour just so that it goes over the top of the letters and gives you a little bit of a base like that. This is Shop Merry, £12.99. You've also got a £4 saving on this one. So you've got that one, which is your Merry Christmas. I think that'll look lovely on a fireplace in the middle of your decorative elements that you put up for Christmas. We've also got this bowl mould left, which is lovely. It makes this I love the irregularity of this. I love the fact that it's not super smooth, but this is the black and the white pigment paste mixed with the epoxy resin. Look at that. And what I love about things like this, I'm saying this more and more often, every single one of these in the world will be unique. And I think that's really special. And you could actually have that, if you make and sell, that could be one of your little marketing tools. That it doesn't matter how many you make, you'll never, ever, ever get two exactly the same. Imagine if you serve your Christmas pudding in that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Because you can do that, can't you?
You can. You would maybe need to give it a bit of a coat with something that's food safe, Aquastone. But yeah, you could absolutely serve that in it, or you could put like wrapped candle in it, or you could put sweets with wrappers in and put them on the side, or mince pies, or
Lovely, isn't it? Really pretty. Shop Creative will get you that mould for $19.99. Now your pigment pastes. You've heard Jane say, wow, they're heavy, aren't they?
Yeah, they are solid. Yeah, they do feel very heavy.
I didn't expect it to be like that when I picked it up. They're really heavy, which is why it sinks to the bottom, of course. But don't think I've ever seen anything that colours clear resin like that black. That blows my mind. I'm just going to bring this in again and show you this, because you cannot believe that that was 4 drops in a clear resin. That is amazing. The level of pigment in that blows my mind. And you get the white and the black. They are 2.5 ounces in each one.
80 grams in
80 grams in each. So 160 grams in total for $19.99. That, can't get my head around that at all. Shop Pigment, $19.99. This is for your epoxy resin. UV? No? Just epoxy resin.
No, the UV light wouldn't penetrate through. No, too deep.
Colour. Right, now then, we also have resin cast for you in white. $29.99 is going to get you 800 grams of this, so almost a kilogram. This is lovely. I like the idea of doing these just with the white. No colour, just with the white. Just simple, clean, crisp white. I think that will be absolutely beautiful. Shop White, $29.99 will get you that. And then 2 of my favourite moulds from this year is the Christmas stocking. I love that. Look how cute that is.
That is cute.
Isn't it? You've got the presents in there as well. We've only got 2 of these left. You are shopping ahead today. And you've got your little snowman in there. Now, if you want white,
see, I do those in layers. The stocking, I would do the white resin first, pour that in so that you've got all that fur that's white.
Or your colours.
All the colours in the top. And then I'd let that cure to the sticky point, maybe 6 hours worth of curing. And then I'd colour it red for the rest of the stocking.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? You're getting both of those for $14.99. You've got a £10 saving on that. I want to get these, and for dessert for Christmas, I'm going to make a rum and raisin mousse.
Oh, Mel, can I come to yours for Christmas?
You can if you want, more the merrier. Pour chocolate into here, get rid of any residue, fill it with that mousse, and then put the chocolate over the top. It was my dad's favourite, that. Do you remember Jamaica chocolate?
Yes. Oh, I love that chocolate. I've not had that for years.
They still sell it.
Did it?
Yeah, yeah. Rum and raisin in it. My dad, when we used to go to Windsor, so my grandma's sister, her daughter and her son-in-law used to look after the cemetery in Slough.
Oh, wow.
So we used to go down every year and have a few days in Windsor, and there was a Baskin-Robbins ice cream shop in Windsor, I know, with all those different flavours, and my dad always had rum and raisin. Yeah. So when I was thinking about what we're going to do for dinner at Christmas, I thought, yeah, well, let's do that. Don't miss out on those. I think they're a cracking price with the £10 discount. Right, Jane?
Okay.
Over to you.
I'm going to give a demo with the UV resin now.
Lovely.
So normally what you would need to use is, like I say, the bezels stuck onto the resin tape just to give it that seal so that the resin doesn't come out. You can use it in moulds. Some moulds it won't cure because the light won't go through. So I'm going to try it with this one just to see if it will cure in this, because it's not very deep, and it's not a very dark colour either. So I'm just going to pour a thin layer in this guy
Okay.
here.
Jane says, sugar tax is going on pre-made iced latte, not if it's freshly made.
Oh, that's all right then. I don't buy the pre-made ones.
It's not all right. Shouldn't be taxing us
Well,
on that.
no.
Terry Kim says, these resin shows are amongst my very favourite. Jane, your knowledge is extremely useful and helpful, especially considering how long it is since you began your resin journey.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Jane says, I use UV resin nowadays instead of super glue. What a great
Perfect.
shout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jane Gray.
Yeah. Amazing.
Wow. That's a
That's
great
fabulous idea. Yeah.
Right?
Wonderful.
Love that. Well, I suppose they put it on your nails, don't they?
Yeah, they
So
do. Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
Love that, Jane. And Davina says, she bought some blacked out empty nail polish bottles with brushes and decanted some of the UV resin into one of them. And she uses it to paint the UV resin onto some projects, small ones like jewellery resin projects, to give them a top coat.
Perfect. Yeah.
How clever are you guys
Yeah.
at home? I
I
love
know.
that.
I'm getting ideas from them.
Right?
Thank you for that. Okay, what they do tend to say about UV resin is that you can use alcohol inks sparingly, but you don't want to make it too dark, because if it goes too dark, the light won't go through and it won't cure properly and it'll just stay sticky. So you'll have wasted the project and it won't work and you'll be disappointed and it won't come out how you want it to do. So I'm just going to drop a little drop in here of this. This is one I've not used before. It's the caramel.
Okay.
I'm going to get a little tiny mixing
Cocktail stick.
Cocktail stick. And I'm going to give that a little bit of a swirl through there. Just for the little gingerbread person.
Oh, honestly, what a world
I
are we
know.
living in? Oh, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. See,
We all survived.
Yeah,
calling them
exactly.
gingerbread
It
men,
didn't
didn't
cause
we?
anybody any kind of damage.
Say
did
they
it?
create
No.
more chaos than
So as you can see, that's just
anything
given
else.
it's spread that just through there, which has diluted it down, so it's made it quite pale. So that should work with the torch now.
Okay.
So I'm going to.
So
shine
if
that
I've got a nail lamp, if during lockdown I had to do my
Yes.
own nails like
Yeah.
I did, oh, I used to hate doing that job. It used to take forever.
Yeah.
Sanding it all off with a blinking emery board, it was
Oh,
a nightmare.
no. I don't think I had nails during
And then
lockdown.
Well, I had to because it was on TV
Well,
for 2
yeah,
years
you were,
solid.
yeah.
Like literally
Yeah.
felt like, I did live down there. And then dipping powder, oh my goodness
Oh,
me.
my
I know
word.
Stephanie was at the house one night and I think Mandy Taylor was there and she kept saying, have you not done your nails yet? I'm like, no. And she looked at me, she said, I feel really sad for you because that's horrible. I was like, I know.
Yeah.
Now, coming up in 2 minutes' time, because that's how long we've got left on the show, I'm going next door. We've got a Christmas show with David. I've no idea what's on it. I haven't seen it yet, but that'll be exciting. And then we've got Debbie Moore coming live to you from France at 12 o'clock. And then David and I are back at 1 o'clock with Minecraft Studio. And then Stephanie and I are hitting the road and going to the show that we're at this weekend, which is very exciting.
In Bath. Going to Bath.
Into Bath.
Going to Bath.
Bath?
Bath.
It's a bath.
Bath. Going to Bath.
Right.
Never
so
been
that's
a
what's
bath.
coming up next, which is great. This UV resin is just brilliant. If you want to try it, you never tried it before, you want to attach things to other things
Yes.
that
This
you've
is
made.
this is the absolute
brilliant.
one to
And
use.
Jane, that's a great shout that you use it instead of super glue. That's
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for
fabulous.
that. I shall be using mine at home for
Love that.
fixing things and everything now. Thank you.
Yep. Right, we'll give the last minute to Jane so
Okay.
that she can see if we can demold that in time. Cheryl says, morning all brilliant shows. Can UV resin take the powder colours, Micah?
The mica powders, yes, it can.
Lovely.
Yeah.
There you go. Last question answered.
Okay, it's curing on the top, but it's still sticky underneath. So I think it would need quite a
long
length of
time.
time
Yeah.
to cure this.
All right. Well, at
actually.
least we know that it's starting to cure.
It's starting to cure. If you've got a lamp, if you
yeah.
had got a nail lamp or just it would make it easier because it's going to be a slightly stronger light than the torch. As much as the torch cures it, a nail lamp would give it that bit stronger, so it would do the job for you better.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Jane.
Thank
I'm
you.
going next door to be with Mr. Waite
Enjoy.
again. I will. And then I've got an hour off. And then another hour, and then we're heading down to the show. Thank you for your company. Thank you to Jane for the demos. Laura for camera work. Exceptional. Can I just say that? And our lovely Emily. as well, who's
thank
been
you.
producing, keeping us up to date with all our
Yes.
stock updates. Right, go and grab yourself a quick cuppa. That's exactly what I'm going to do.